So first of all, I guess you can address the kind of the elephant in the room after the mandate announcement yesterday. What was your reaction to that, and does that change your stance on it, getting vaccinated?
Oh, I plan on following his mandate for sure.
Coach, just on the practice standpoint today, it seemed like Jaden got kind of a little more of the reps. Is he kind of maybe starting to do some things that you really like?
It was his day to start King of the Hill. I thought he came out with some good energy. I thought, a week ago we weren't sure if we were going to be able to play quarterback, and now I think we've seen some incredible improvement this week from the three main guys, and we know we can count on Victor Gabalis now. So they've all made it tough, and this is what we'd like to have happened earlier, but it's good to finally get to the point where we feel like we got a bunch of guys that we can go in a game with.
Cooper being out a little bit in that last couple of drills, was that just kind of a King of the Hill thing?
Yeah. Cam started. I believe it was yesterday. I think, or maybe it was the first day. I forget, but and sometimes it's just it applies a little more pressure, which I think we see a little bit more of the personal qualities, leadership qualities come in. We put some emphasis on that, so they get the ability to show it rather than just being stagnant, knowing 4 plays and then the next guy's going. They know they're getting rewarded or pulled. So.
Do you feel like there's maybe a difference in the intensity when you practice on the field rather than Rodgers, or does it kind of just all feel the same?
No, I think it's different. Kind of hit me a couple of days ago that we're seeing a lot of our freshmen doing some high level things. Kind of thought to myself, let's give them a shot to play in the stadium. I think they triggered the idea for me, but it was a good spirited practice, very competitive. I think the last 3 days have been excellent for us.
Go ahead.
Kind of in terms of that last 3 days, has the back and forth between the offense and the defense been pretty up to your liking?
Yeah, and we're seeing competitive football plays. We're not seeing busts. We're not seeing, if you throw an out route and they bust the coverage, it's not as good as if it's, tight coverage, good throw, good catch, good pass breakup. I mean, there's a lot of those things that try to evaluate individual plays that way.
Has there been maybe one guy that you can point to that's maybe kind of been the biggest surprise, you would say, of camp so far?
Really like Francisco Manoa, but other than the freshman, it's really good to see Brandon Gray. I don't know if we've talked about him before, coming in and showing he can compete. I guess some of the freshmen, just because they're so new and there was so much uncertainty, right? You don't see them in person. You're on Zoom calls, and I told the staff, I think that was I think we hit on a bunch of those guys and the way they play and good character evaluations throughout the recruiting process. So, you just enjoy Andrew Etzen, the way he practices. I think every Coug before him is going to appreciate watching him play. I'm just going to follow his mandate, Brenna.
On Max Borghi, I know you've been asked 1,000 questions about him, but is there anything about his character or his skill set that you think doesn't get talked about enough or kind of flies under the radar?
I think everyone knows the playmaking ability is. I think he takes very good care of himself. I think he approaches it with the professional mentality, and I think. Not that he didn't when I first got here. I just, he sees it, and I think it's and Abe too. I see Abe doing a lot of that stuff. So, just the little things are important for Max.
And with Jihad appearing to be closer to returning, how do you see the defense kind of changing when he's in there? Is he kind of the gel piece of the defense?
Well, he's definitely a big important part. There's no doubt. I think you're seeing Kyle Thornton come in and make a bunch of plays. Travion, it's good to get him some good reps. He brings some real passion to the game. But to answer your question, I think Jihad is definitely an important piece to that deal.
When it comes to the updated, I know you said you're going to be following the FDA rules here. Can you give us any kind of update on the vaccinated players and coaches? What kind of percentage?
Pat does that. So if you want to reach out to him. it's kind of how we've handled that this whole time. So.
Have you talked to any of your other staff members about what their plans are that are unvaccinated right now?
I believe they all plan on following the mandate. It's what the deal is.
Was there a lot of long conversations yesterday after that came out, just kind of with you and administrators?
Not really. No. We had a head coaches meeting where it got addressed, but.
Any other questions, Coach?
Coach, one last question here. At this time of the year, we saw a lot of chirping on the sidelines between the offense and defense. And at this point in camp, is that sort of typical what you start to see?
Well, I guess it depends. I think there's varying degrees of chirping. I don't think it was mean-spirited. I couldn't have said that maybe a year ago, where it was a personal attack sometimes, or it started kind of leaning on that level. I think it's all in fun. I think this team has a maturity and an understanding, and I think we've lost a lot of our sensitiveness to some of that, and there's been a lot more togetherness. So I think and I'm glad their enthusiasm is there, and they like seeing guys make plays, especially guys who work so hard, maybe on a scout team or, and get a chance to get in some live stuff. That was good.